Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Stomp the Plank is a very cute children's game about pirate elephants. And everybody's on the plank because you have to walk the plank, or in this case, stomp the plank, because they're elephants, right? That makes sense. It's super duper cute. It has a huge toy factor with the components that come with it. Now, in this game, you're pressing your luck. You're going to flip over a card, and you can keep flipping cards over until you don't bust. But there's always a chance you're going to bust, right? And if you stop, other people will have to move on their stuff, but if you bust, you're going to have to move. Very, very simple conceit. The kids like it. It gets the children away from rolling and moving. It gets away from the spin and move. You're doing something different. This is a solid pressure luck game. I mean, you could play this with anybody. Even gamers can play it, even though it's a really cute game, because you're just pressing your luck. Now, the one downside to it is that I'm pressing my luck and everybody else is watching, and then you're pressing your luck and everybody's watching, and then Tom is pressing his luck and everybody's watching, and Diane's pressing her luck and everybody's watching. So at times, you're not really playing the game, even though the game is going to affect you. You can't do as much. Now, there's a lot of times where I'll be talking to people and I'll be like, hey, you should keep going. Keep going. You really want to keep going. Wow, you're almost to the end, and you're kind of egging them on a little bit, hoping that they bust. And they might catch on to you or might not, but it's fun. And if you're paying attention to what people do, it's really fun when they bust, etc. But there is, I don't want to say downtime, but there is some downtime to this. You know that kind of when you go with the kids. But this game is fantastic. I really like this game. From the look of it, from the components, to the game itself, this game is a huge win. This is what children's games should be more of, and less of some of the mass market games. Even though this is a mass market game, Stomp the Plank is one I would highly recommend you check out. My kids have had a blast with it. 2 thumbs up for us. Keeper. Here's Stomp the Plank. Pack your trunks. You can see it's very attractive. When kids see this and the toy factor, they're going to be into it. It's got a sleeve cover on it. And you take that off and you can see even more artwork. You can still see 3 of the 4 elephants. It's always fun when they do 3 of the 4. You can have a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. You can see the insert here. This will be the little planks that they'll be walking. You're going to have these really cool toy elephants. Huge toy factor here. Now, these are kind of generic. I think they should have been printed with like stickers or paint on it. It probably isn't worth the extra cost to do it. Then you're going to get a deck of cards. The cards are fine. They have like a little bit of like a plasticky finish to them. You can see this like pirate artwork on them, and that works fine. Now, for the game itself, the board is going to be the box. And these are going to have like little magnets on them, and they're going to kind of stick right here. So you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see that on the video, but you're going to have this that will stick out. Then you have a cute looking board that you'll have. You're also going to get this additional board right here. This will be where the cards will be played, and it'll show you what the rewards will be. I think the components are fantastic, huge toy factor, and looks great on the table. Here's a rule book. You can see a real nice picture here. It tells you the ages, how many players, etc., and a picture of all the components, which are great. You get a picture of setup over here with the instructions on how to set it up, and then a step-by-step explanation with a picture for each step. That's a really cool little feature for a little kids game, etc. And the back is how to win. It's little important notes right there. So very easy. You probably need about 5 minutes to read through this. We were able to play without any problems. And I bet you even my youngest kid at 6 could play this with his friends on his own and know exactly how to play. So this is how the game will be set up. I'm trying to squish everything in here. You're going to have the 4 planks with 4 players, or less with less. Everybody's going to have an elephant in their color. You can see the elephants are the same. They just have different colors on them, and you'll put them right here. Then you'll figure out who the first player is. You'll shuffle off the deck, and you're ready to go. Then you'll flip over a card here. You can stop or keep going, but there's no benefit to stopping on the first one, so you'll always do a second one. Now, you could stop here, and this will tell you that there's one of these that would put out. So let's say you stopped. All the other players would have to put one of these on the end of that, and then these would be discarded, and the next player would go. So you do this again. I'll keep going. I'll keep going. Look, I busted. So if you bust, then you just move your guy up 1 step. A little bit of a dexterity to it, and these would be discarded. Now, the further you go up on here without busting, the more tokens the other players are going to put out. Look, I busted. But let's say I did not. This time they'd have to put 3 out if I were to stop going. If you're able to put all of them out, which is 1 of each without busting, then you would automatically win the game immediately and the game would be over. Otherwise, the game will have people kind of moving up, and when this falls over, they're eliminated from the game. There's only 1 person left. That person would be the winner, and that's how you play. Who should buy this game? Honestly, anybody with kids who wants to play a Press Your Luck game, this would be it. This game could also be played with adults. There's nothing in here that's like, wow, this is really kiddie. Maybe the components, but I think they're just cute, so they work perfectly. This is one I would highly recommend. It kind of works. I mean, your kids are probably not going to outgrow this game, to be honest. You can continue to play this. The parents are going to have just as much fun as the kids. Excellent title. Keeper for us.